Ever wondered what's truly happening behind the scenes of the simplest C++ program? Many tutorials just show you hello world, but we are going beyond that. We are about to dissect every single line from the main function to the output stream to reveal the hidden mechanics that make your code run. Get ready to understand the fundamental building blocks of C++ like never before. So let's get started. So today we are going to learn about the basic structure of a C++ programming language. So let's get started. So first one is hash include IOStream. So what is hash include? As we have already completed with C programming language, we know about hash include keyword. Hash include is nothing but a preprocessor. So what is the use of a preprocessor? It is used to pre-compile the header file before the main program itself. That is the work of a preprocessor. So right now, what we are trying to preprocess, what we are trying to compile. So we are trying to compile a header file which is iostream.h header file. So what is iostream.h? So iostream stands for input output stream, which is a header file. So inside this header file, it consists of two functions. First one is cout function, which is the output function used in C++ programming, and next one is cin function, which is the input function in C++ programming. As we all know, in C programming, printf function is the output function used in C programming, and scanf function is the input function used in C programming. In C++, it is divided, it is in cout and cin function, which is output and input function. So this is all about hash include IOStream. It is nothing but we are pre-compiling a header file named as IOStream header file, which consists of our two basic functions, which is the output function and input function. So before getting towards the main program, first we need to pre-compile, pre-process this header file. This is the IOStream header file. So let's move on with the main program. So this is the main program. Okay, this is the main program in C++ programming. So this is it. Main program is the main entry point where our code is going to be executed. It is the first entry point from where our program is going to be started. Before that, we have included the IOStream header file. So make sure before starting with the main program itself, we need to include the IOStream header file, so that we can use the cout function as well as cin function. So don't forget about it. So this is our main program from where the main code is going to be started. So let's start with it. So first we have to write is integer main. Int is the return type used in C++ programming as well as other programming languages as well. Followed by the main. Main is nothing but the function name, followed by the parenthesis. Inside this we are going to write the code. Inside this we are going to write the code which is going to be executed, and at the end we are using the return keyword, which is returning the value to the computer. That is nothing but the main function. So what I'm telling you is nothing but related to the main program. So the syntax of a main program is return type, function name, open parenthesis, followed by open curly braces, inside which we are writing the code, followed by return 0 and close. So what do you mean by return type? Return type is nothing but, in simple terms, after your whole program code is completed, it means that after the execution of the program, when your program is completely executed with all of the code, which type of value is the function going to return to the computer? That is said in return type. So we have written here int. It means that we are going to return the integer value to the computer itself. So that's why at the end of the program, at the end of the program code, we are going to write return 0. So return keyword is used to return the value to the main function, that is nothing but the computer itself. So we have returned 0 value. So what does it mean? In programming terms, return 0 is nothing but exit status. Exit status means your program has been successfully executed without giving any value to the main function, without returning a value to the program, that is computer. So this is all about the main function. So this is the main program which is in front of you. So it is how like this. So this is written like this. So now main thing is right now code. Okay, so as we all know about the header file, which consists of our output function and input function, which is cout function and scene function, right? So cout function, let's talk about cout function. Cout function is the output function used in C program. Cout function is the output function used in C++ programming. It is used to display the output on the screen. It is used to display the output on the screen. Okay, so let's check with the syntax. Syntax is nothing but cout followed by left shift operator, which is double less than symbol, open double quotations, inside which you can write anything which will be displayed on the output screen, followed by a semicolon. So let's say I have to write a program which displays hello world on the screen, which is your first program in each and every programming language. For that, we use the output function in C++ programming, which is cout function. So this is the syntax which is in front of you. Inside the double quotations, we can write anything. We can write what we want to display. So right now I have to write hello world. Okay, so when I execute the code, it will display me the output on the screen. But wait, what has happened here? So it has given an error. Cout was not declared in this scope. Did you mean standard cout? Yes. So what is actually standard cout right now? So in C programming, we learned about a header file named standard input output.header file, which is nothing but stdio.h, which we already know, which consists of two functions, printf function and scanf function. If you don't know about it, make sure to watch my C programming beginner tutorial playlist so that you can understand the fundamentals of C programming language as well. So right now, the function which is printf and scanf in C programming was an inbuilt function and also a standard function. So it is like, it is all we use in C programming most of the times, which is standard, which is like basic function. So in C++ programming, it is converted into a IOStream header file. So what do you mean by stream? Stream is like flow of characters itself. It's like it is going with a flow, as we already know. It is going in a flow. In C programming, it was like we were using parenthesis, double quotations, semicolon. Like it was a way longer syntax to think and to remember. But in C++, it has become very much easy. It is going in a flow. The syntax is going in a stream. So that's why we are using IOStream header file. So it's like it is not a standard function now. In C++, it is not a standard function. So what we need to do, we need to write standard keyword followed by the double colon. So when we right now execute the program, it will execute. So wait a minute. So let's say if we want to write 100 times cout function, let's say we have to write 50 times cout function. Do we have to write standard again and again and again? So it will be very lengthy process. So what we can do is, instead of writing standard, we will use a statement named as using namespace standard. When you use using namespace standard, what it will do, the functions which are not standard, it will be converted into a standardized function. So when I execute the code, it will be successfully executed. So this is all about using namespace standard. If you don't write this statement, write this line of code, you need to write standard keyword for each and every output function as well as input function. So let's talk about input function as well. So as we know how to declare a variable, data type followed by the variable name, semicolon. So here we have declared a variable. As we all know about a variable is a storage container where you store values. So we have created a storage container that is a variable named as number1, which is of data type integer. So right now what I have to do, I have to take the input from the user and store it inside the number1 variable. For that, first we need to ask the user to enter the number. So for that, we are going to use the cout function. So in C programming, we use escape sequence known as /n, which is used for new line. Now in C++ programming, we use endl. We use endl, which is nothing but end line. For that, what we need to do is, after completing the statement, after completing the output, we need to use the left shift operator again, followed by the endl. Endl is known as a manipulator which manipulates the cout function, and we can make any changes. So right now we have used endl keyword, endl manipulator to go towards the new line. So I am using cout function again. So right now I have to take a number. So I have written enter a number. Okay, so when I execute the code, it will be executed successfully. As we all know, we have written Intelle manipulator, that's why it has came towards the next line. If we don't write it, what will happen? Let's check that also. When we write this, it will be in a single line. So Intelle is a manipulator in C++ programming which is used to go towards the new line. So this is how we use the escape sequence in C++. So now we have written Intelle, afterwards enter a number. Now we have to take the input from the user and store it inside a variable. So we use cin function in C++ programming. So what is a cin function? Cin function is the input function in C++ programming. It is used to take the input from the user. Input is nothing but the value from the user and store it inside a variable. So basically what we are going to do here is nothing but we are going to take the value from the user and store it inside a variable during runtime. While executing the code, we are going to ask the value from the user and store it inside the variable. For that we use cin function. So cin function, what is the syntax? Cin right shift operator followed by the variable name in which you are going to store the value, which is nothing but number1 variable semicolon. So as we all know, in C programming it was like scanf open parenthesis open double quotations. We used to write format specifier. For each data type there were format specifiers. For integer it was %d, for character it was %c, for float it was %f, and for double it was %lf. But C++ programming has not used these things, not used format specifiers, so that's why it is known as a stream language. Like it is going in a flow itself. So this is all about C++, which is very easy to learn language as well. So as the cin function is used here, now what we have to do? If we don't give the value, it will wait for us. Once we give the value, it will be stored inside the variable number1. So now what I have to do? After taking the value from the user, I have to display the output on the screen. After taking the value from the user, I have to display the output on the screen of the number1 variable. For that we use cout function, because cout function is the output function used in C++ programming. Number entered. So right now number entered, in front of the colons I have to display the number1 variable value. For that we have closed the double quotations. Again same process, but instead of writing end L, we need to write the variable name, which is nothing but number1. So as I execute the code, it has stored inside the variable number1, and using cout function we have displayed the number1 variable on the screen. So this is all about the basic C++ structure program, in which you got to know about what is hash include, what is iostream header file, in iostream header file which functions are used, why we use using namespace standard, and if we don't use using namespace standard, what will happen? You know, we need to always write this thing again and again and again, which is not a good sign for us, because it will be repeated and it's like you cannot write these things multiple times. So instead of that we are using namespace standard. So as we all know, this is the main entry point of the program from where the program is going to be executed. So make sure to don't forget about it. This is how we write our C++ program. This is the basic structure of the C++ program. So thank you for watching. If you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section below, and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more programming updates. Thank you.